Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy. Look, man, first and foremost, I just want to get this out of the way. My messages are gonna be things that so when I come out with a new message, it's gonna be more in the lines of things that I kind of experience through either throughout my day or throughout my week, and then I kind of gather all that information, and then I kind of get this download from my higher self, from spirit, and saying like, okay, this is gonna be the topic, this is gonna be the message, let's shoot it out. And so this is gonna be today's message. Is gonna be, if if you're out there starting something, a business, you're starting YouTube, you're putting yourself out there, and anything that you're doing, right? And maybe you told some people, or maybe you haven't, or maybe it's just something that obviously you're putting out there into the world. So it just so happens, people that people who have known you maybe in the past, are gonna go ahead and see what you're putting out there into the world. And obviously they're gonna have their own 2 cents, their own perspective on it. People in the past are probably gonna, you know, who knows? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what they think or care about, or it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I was kind of thinking about a situation I experienced, but anyways, people that people are more than likely, people are gonna go ahead and tell you in your face or give you their 2 cents about whatever it is that you're doing. And it's funny because it's like, especially if it's something that goes against societal standards, um, people will question it. Your family members or people that care about you, kind of unintentionally probably put, their own fear into your head and stuff like that. And obviously because they love you and they care for you, maybe they don't want to see you fall on your face and whatnot. But they need to understand that that's how you grow. That's how we grow, and it's okay to fall on your face, especially in public. It's like, that's the thing. People are afraid to go out and try and do things and look dumb and feel a certain way. And it's like, at the end of the day, when you're starting something new, yeah, you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what you're doing. You're learning as you go. But look, you're in the game, you're in the field, you're playing. These people are still in the stands judging you, critiquing what you're doing, how you should do this and that. But it's like, at the end of the day, you're getting paid the big bucks. They're going home back. They're going back home complaining about their lives or this and that, or having to go back to do what, they don't enjoy doing. But at the end of the day, it's like, you're doing what you love. So it's just like, who really loses? You know what I mean? And it's like, you gotta switch your perspective on things, man. And it's like, don't let these people diminish what you have going on for yourself, for that vision that you see for yourself. It's like, God put my vision that I have for myself, that God has for me to accomplish, and I'm the only one that will understand it and can see it. Or else, that's why people can't understand what other people do. That's why people can't understand the drive Michael Jordan had, or Kobe, or those type of people. It's like, God put that drive, that vision within them. No one else can understand that. No one understands God. So in reality, the vision that God puts within you, no one's going to understand it, because it's like, no one understands God. No one can understand the way God works in certain ways, And so it's just kind of like, that's why everyone, when you do something that's just out of the ordinary and just, it's questionable, it's because it's coming from God. Don't deny it. Don't deny what God has in store for you. But we allow other people who have decided not to follow what God has for them. They would rather listen to fear, or what other people have told them they should do, or listening to other things that probably wasn't really good for them. And I mean, that's fine, but that's their life. That's what they chose. And for them to try and choose that onto you, that's just I'm in my mind that's disrespectful. Because at the end of the day, you're disrespecting God. You know, laughing at what someone else is putting out there, or trying to put like a side eye on what they're doing, or try and talk bad on what they're doing. It's like ultimately you're 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 talking bad about God, because at the end of the day we all have God within us, you know, and we're here to create. We're creative beings, you know. We're not just here to do. We're human beings, not humans just doing. We're not humans doing. We're human beings. We gotta be. You know, you gotta be you. You gotta be what God is calling you to be. You know, and it's like you're gonna face those type of people at the end of the day who, and they're tests from the devil. They're also tests from God, to see if you're going to go ahead and continue to push forward on what it is that you want to put out there, what you feel called to do, or if you're going to go ahead and fall back and go towards that old life. You know, just go ahead and be like, you know what, maybe I'm not meant to do that. Maybe I'm not, you know, meant for more. I guess this is what my life is going to be, you know. And we allow, and that's where I think a lot of people give up. It's like we constantly just hear and see this bashing of our dreams and this and that, and ultimately we allow that to dictate our reality, how we show up, how we feel, and this and that. And it's like, that's why self-development, and I say it a lot, work on yourself. You need to continuously work on yourself, know who you are, not just the physical sense, but what ticks you off, what makes you feel good spiritually, energetically, what makes you feel empowered, what makes you feel low and not feel so good about your self-esteem and who you are and what you're in your direction in life. Pay attention to what makes you feel good and what makes you feel aligned, and you feel like, okay, you know what, I have a little bit more clarity on where I want to go and what I want to do when I do these certain things. Pay attention. You got to pay attention to those things. I'm telling you, the faster you can start paying attention to those things, because it's true. This world is energy, vibrations, and frequencies. We think this world is this physical sense, and it's just like, in a way, yes, we live in this physical world, but once you understand that it's more than just a physical world, and that there's other senses to this world, you start seeing the game for what it is. So what I'm saying to you is that everything carries a vibration, a frequency, and a vibration. Just try it, for example, with food, or with just anything, music. When you listen to a sad song, you start feeling sad. When you start listening to a happy, uplifting beat type of song, or you want to move, you feel good. And it's just like there's a different frequency to it. You know, same with food. When you eat a pizza, yeah, you feel good, but then you feel like you can't lie. You feel a little sluggish. You feel a little, you're kind of like, oh man, I shouldn't have maybe ate that last slice, or I shouldn't have maybe ate pizza, you know. And it's like, but how do you feel when you have, you know, let's say like a green smoothie, or you have like a more healthier meal, you know, you incorporate some veggies or just something, or you go out just for a walk, versus a day where you just stayed inside and did nothing. And let's say the next day you wanted to change something up, even just a simple walk, changes your mindset, that changes how you think of things, that changes how you process things. Why? Because you're doing something that is totally different than what you're used to doing. So ultimately, you're shocking the system, you're shocking the brain, you're just bringing a whole new wavelength and frequency into your world. So it's just like, if you want to change what it is, if you want to change your reality, you got to change certain things. And it's just like, for me, for example, it's like, if I want to do, or let's just say for me, for example, let's just say if I want to be a fitness trainer, right? And it's like, I can think about, oh man, I'm going to have all these clients, and I'm going to do this and that. And I can think about, and I can almost see and envision me being a trainer and like doing it a different way and blah, blah, blah. But it's like, if I don't take the necessary steps, Or if I allow certain fears and be like, man, but what if my family's like, oh, but you don't get benefits with being a trainer, it's risky, maybe people aren't into fitness right now, or you start allowing those certain, and then that stops you from wanting to do what it is that you feel called to do or that you want to do. And it's just like that's why you always need to work on yourself and know yourself and follow and have a great, beautiful connection with God, because that connection will serve you very well when you do face people that try and either they do it unintentionally or, like I said, it's just test. But to see if you're going to continue to push forward or you're just going to go ahead and just throw in the towel. And so go ahead and push forward, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're pushing out. And you may not even be getting like bashing for what it is you're doing. Maybe it's just a slow season in your business or just whatever it is. Don't give up. Continue to push forward. You're facing those certain tests, like I said, to see if you're going to continue to push forward and reach that next level. Because at the end of the day, you need to learn. You're learning something during those lessons. Whenever you're having a great season in your business, or whatever it is that you're doing, or it's a low season and whatnot, you need to pay attention. You will always learn something as you go, good or bad. You will always take good from the bad. You always take bad from the good, and vice versa. That's why there's a yin and yang symbol, because there's always polarity. There's always good and darkness, and there's always darkness and good. People think like, oh, you always have to be happy, or if you're not always happy, then something's wrong with you. And it's just like, no, it's like we're meant to feel sad. We're meant to feel emotions, and there's a time and place for it. That's where you need to use your discernment as well. We also live in a reality that we think we can just play victimhood about everything, and it's just like there's a time and place for that. And there's also a time and place where you need to go ahead and look at, is your past holding you back from really fulfilling that next life, whether it's career or love or just having great relationships with people, friendships and stuff like that. You got to pay attention. You got to take personal inventory in what it is that you're doing, or else it's just like you just kind of, we just leave it up to just life. We're just kind of like, oh well, just see what life hands me now. I guess we stop trying. We give up. And it's just like, don't give up. Continue. Like I said on one of my last messages, whatever it is that you're doing, that dream, grip on it hard, because you're going to face things that are going to prepare you and are also going to test you along the way to see if you're going to keep going, if you're just going to go ahead and just give up and just settle for, whatever it is that you settle for. And it's just like, no, understand that you're meant for more. You're meant to do more. But along the way, you're also meant to learn things. You're also meant to meet people. You're also, you need to learn lessons, experience life as you go. Don't try and shy away or try and, rush the process of life and experience life. Like, that's the beauty of life. That's a gift, is that we get to experience and love life, as well as chase our dreams and, get to experience all walks of life. People that hate us, people that don't want us to succeed, people that love us, people that support us. We get to hear different stories about what people experienced in their life and their upbringing and stuff like that. And it's just like, get to know people, talk to people. And it's just like, that's coming from someone who I grew up with the note of that I was shy and that I can't talk to people and that this and that. And it's just like, for me to even just talk on camera and, now that when I converse with people, I'm not so shy. I mean, I do have my thoughts and I do here and there, pull away, but ultimately it's just I gotta understand and remind myself, like, there is no fear. I just put that all in my head. I create that I put that fear and it creates itself within my reality, So it's just like, you got to think of yourself that you're worthy of more, that you're deserving of more, you're deserving of more money, you're worthy of it, you're deserving of more love and you're worthy of it. you're deserving of better relationships and you're worthy of it. Start speaking to yourself in a more worthy manner. Don't be like, oh, I suck or I'm this and that, because I used to tell myself that too, because I didn't graduate high school, and so obviously we were told, oh, if you don't graduate high school, you're a loser, or you can't be this, or you can't get a successful job, or this and that. And for a good chunk of my life, I carried that with me, and I let that determine who I was and what I was gonna be in life. And then as I grew and went through self-development, I understood, like, nah, that's not who I am. That's not what I am. That's a system trying to just hold me down. A system trying to keep me within a certain bubble. But it's just like, nah, like, I'm not meant to be that. I'm meant to do something else. And that's why it's just like, you need to go ahead and just understand that whatever it is that you faced in the past, it's like it's there for a reason. Learn from it, process it, do your best to heal from it, because that'll help you just move forward. And ultimately, whatever it is that you face within your personal life, you it matters. That's why, and whatever it is that you may have faced, it could have been very harsh or whatnot, but that's why God, you know well, I don't know if I'm gonna say that, but we all face certain things in life, and we can look at it as, we can be a victim of it, or we can be a victor in order to help others, uplift themselves and overcome, whatever chains and burdens they feel from whatever they face, and it's just kind of like, I want to do my best to help others and show others that, you know, don't let, just because you didn't graduate high school, or just because, certain people limited you in a certain way, that doesn't determine who you are. That doesn't determine what you are. And that shouldn't determine how you feel and how you show up in life, because for a long time I did let that happen. And now I'm learning how to understand that that was just a catalyst to understand who I am and what I'm capable of. And that ultimately, maybe these people saw something in me way before I even saw something within myself, that what I see within myself now. And they were trying to diminish it or keep it down, or try and, keep me away from whatever it is, and it's just like, you're going to face those type of people too. But it's just like, don't let that stop you. There's people out there that ultimately, like your boy right here, that support you and that want you to do better, and that are cheering you on, and that whatever it is that you're going through, understand that you need to love that process, because it's going to help you grow into the man, woman that you are meant to be, that God envisioned you to be. And also that your story is going to be an inspiration, for you to be like, man, I had these people tell me this, or I faced this and this, trying to chase my dreams, but you know what? I didn't let that stop me, and I kept going, and I kept doing it. And you're going to help people. You're going to help people and show people that, you know what? I can do it too. She came from that, or, they face this, and it's just like, it makes me look at my situation. It's like, my situation ain't that bad, so they can do it, and they went through that, man, I can do that shit too, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, take that with y'all, I hope y'all have a great day, a beautiful week, beautiful month. We're closing out the year in 2024, and so it's just like, go hard going into 2025. Don't wait, like we all say, oh, I'm just gonna wait till the new year, oh, I'm gonna wait until the holidays are over to start eating healthy and this and that. It's just like, nah. It's like, start it now. Get ahead of the game, because ultimately, by the time you're gonna be walking into 2025, and these people are gonna be rushing. You're gonna be walking into 2025, and these people are gonna be barely putting on their shoes and getting ready, and they're gonna be all frantic and trying to be in a rush and get everything done. And it's just like, you're gonna be already started rolling through, and getting it riding and burning. So I hope y'all have a good one, and that's gonna be the message for this week. And we'll see when the next one comes out. Later.